Start the meeting at 7:05.
So I make a motion.
And second, thank you.
You make the motion, you say, Lee?
Second.
Motion, Charlie, second.
Okay.
And all in favor?
Aye.
So 7:05, we should have a short meeting, but I think the first thing should be, how's the air conditioning at the library, considering it's so ugly out weather-wise?
Yes, well, 4 units, 2 of them were not operating because of the mold. 2 of them, the mold isn't visible, so we've been running those and we're surviving. Although today we didn't have any of them on because until later in the day, it was perfectly comfortable. Anyway, the good news is that the mold remediation people have been in to assess the situation, and they're going to be cleaning all 4 units on Friday morning.
So will you be in the building?
They haven't said that we need to not be there, so.
Did they contact you directly, Jen?
Well, yes,
Because we need to have direct contact.
yeah.
And from what you understand, will they be operational once they're done working on them?
Like,
You better
yes.
be.
You're led to believe that that's.
So when they're in, just ask to be CC'd on any reports. And I do have the filters at the house, if you just they can circulate air in the areas too, if you want me to bring them over.
Well, it couldn't hurt.
It couldn't hurt. All right, so I'll bring,
I feel it.
Yeah,
Or-
and I am on the loop and on reports. I didn't contact them directly initially, but since they've established contact through Denise, then I've been copied on
Excellent.
things.
Because we need to keep a record of who these people are in the event that there's no one else in town to contact with, rather than going directly to the selectmen to get an answer, like we did this time.
Right.
We can contact the company.
So they're coming Friday, you said?
Friday morning,
Friday.
So since it's up, also I would say, now that they're cleaned and will be cleaned and running, make sure that the whole library is feeling air conditioned. Because some of the challenges about them being on and off for humidity is then those humidity indicators for the historic society stuff will fluctuate also. So that's one of the things that they told me about energy savings and keeping the humidity down is constant low is better than on and off, because it has to work harder to get to the humidity down. So anyway, something to think about. Yeah,
Because air conditioning also, it's not just cooling, it's
Dehumidifying.
dehumidifying the
Yeah.
air.
yeah. So that might affect our historical documents as well. So just making sure the temperature is good all over. That'd be great.
okay?
Yay, at least it's getting fixed. So, we have minutes to approve. Everybody's here, full house. Thank you. So we have 7:25 and 7:13 that Laurel sent out. So 7:13, Chris was absent, everybody else was here. I did not see any changes. Did anybody have any changes?
We can motion to approve the minutes of July 13th, 2016.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chris abstaining. So 7:25 is short and sweet. And yay, Jan
Yeah.
becomes the director. Any changes? Updates? Can I have a motion to accept
So motion to accept.
and seconded?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
He made the motion, he
So I
said.
made the motion, he seconded it.
Oh, vice versa.
Because he was fast, so
I'm just
moved.
hearing- just
So
hearing
moved.
voices here. Okay, good.
So we have a treasurer update.
We do. We do. I contacted the Essex County Community Foundation, and they are going to have an Institute for Trustees, which is something that they do like yearly. It's going to be March 25th, 2017, which is a Saturday. And it's going to be at the Pingree School in Hamilton, so it's easy to get to.
Excellent.
And if there's interest, I will get specifics. I mean, I think we should go.
I'd be interested.
Definitely.
It's for people who are new on nonprofit boards, for people who've been around forever, for, you know, all different types of things.
Excellent. I think that's an excellent.
Okay.
When
I
is
will-
it again?
March 25.
It's a 2017
It's a Saturday. I will get times and price. It's an all-day thing. I'll get, if there's any money involved or anything like that, I'll get the particulars.
And who puts this on? What's the name of the committee?
Essex.
Essex County
Essex.
Community Foundation, ECCF.
Just wanna get it right.
Okay. I checked, the bank account, the citizens
Oh,
account.
sorry. So on them, do they
Yes.
advise on investing?
They talk about everything, all aspects
But
of
so they won't
nonprofits.
come special?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
But they will, but this Institute for Trustees talks about all different things like that.
Excellent.
So I was pleased.
Mhm.
The citizens account made $1.02 last month. Everything else has stayed the same.
Hey, we broke $1.
That's true. It's
Better
true.
than the
It's,
26
First time.
it's been 26, 46. The Vanguard. I've been watching the emerging market fund, and that one has done better than any of the other two.
Okay.
It has been. In the month since last month, I mean, I know you shouldn't look at these monthly, but I did just to watch this thing. The whole thing went up $233 with the emerging market being 148 of it. So it really did go up a lot more than the other two. Now Charlie had talked with his financial advisor, and he, specifically about the emerging, and he, correct me if I'm wrong, Charlie, he basically said he didn't see any reason to steer away from it as long as you're willing to be in for a long time. And my feeling is as long as we keep watching it very closely, it's making money right now.
So I think maybe just not watching the numbers, but watching the indicators would be a wiser choice than just watching the
Yeah.
numbers.
Well, the percentage up or down, or that
The
kind
indicators of what way that segment of the
of market is going,
travels.
right? But I think we have to I'll just keep watching it.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, instead of every day, I'll do it like every other, or every third
I
day.
do it once a month.
Well, for us, I'll do it. I mean, it's not that hard. I can do it
Oh,
right
no.
online, but yeah, for my own stuff.
So what would be the indicators of the market? I don't know what that is.
Well, volatility. I mean, that's the whole thing. And the emerging market fund is one of the more volatile because it takes in effect countries all over the world, and some are doing better than others. So
So you watch for world crises type
right.
things that
Okay.
are gonna shake
So
the
we gotta
market.
watch Russia.
Not on a day-to-day thing, but
Well, then you gotta watch
Yeah.
Trump. So
yeah, that's why you watch very carefully.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's what I know.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that's the point of investing for the long term, is to not watch it day to day and just
Right.
leave it.
Right.
Exactly.
But when
exactly.
you're handling public funds, it takes
I
on a
know.
whole different.
Yeah, my own stuff, once or twice a year is good enough.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
So that's what I know.
We have our director's report in advance. That was very excellent.
And an excellent report it
Thank you.
is. It's
As-
so nice
as-
to start getting, you start almost now to get used to having the things that you've asked for
Right.
and having them done so well.
Yeah, yeah. And, concise. So, two huge things completed, retrospective conversion was complete.
Yes.
That is
Nice.
utterly amazing that that was done apparently painlessly.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the
No
public
pain
was.
for us.
No, but I mean, it was just smooth. It was
Yeah, there was no pain that I know of.
I think you know.
An amazing accomplishment.
And that the heiress was acknowledged, so that's cool
That's
too.
perfect, yep.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Want to
Excellent.
report our warrants?
Yes, the warrants, 17, 3, there were $2,168.74, $19,237.41, $201.79.
So, and this is really picky, but I'm dyslexic, so commas will help me because I did not know that was 19,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
same
she
thing.
doesn't
Always
do
put
numbers.
That's why I just,
Yeah, I had to
I'm
read
like-
it twice.
I read it
I don't
until you
know.
said it. I did not know.
I have some kind of mental block when it comes to commas and numbers.
Yeah, because it acknowledges how big they are.
Maybe so.
Do you want me to amend that in her report?
No.
No.
Okay.
And I just mentioned that I have some warrants here
Oh.
to sign.
Excellent.
Slide them down.
You can pass them.
Oh, pass them. Okay.
And I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't print the budget this week.
Oh,
So
really?
did you have a copy that I can look on with Charlie?
You can share
There you
mine, I didn't make extra, but sorry.
See, that's why you have to sit near me.
Yeah, so this is the beginning of the fiscal year budget, and you can see how we're doing already. I don't know if you have any questions or anything at this point.
Well, I hate negative numbers, so because we've used it. We used 5, I see,
Yeah, that's what we've spent.
I see.
Part of it's usually
So
getting into
10%,
their
yeah,
was
10,
the
we're at
MBLC
10% of the
Right.
materials.
And we still have, not yet.
Yes,
So pretty good for the first month. We're on target. We're on track.
Right on time.
I have a question. On the MBLC payment that we made, normally we get like
$2,500.
a $2,500 like credit. Is that gonna come like next month, or did they give you any indication?
the invoice had that in it.
Oh, so that was already with that. Yikes. Okay,
That's
So-
what our membership has gone to this year?
yeah. Luckily, we had 17
Yeah.
for it because, yeah. Wow,
The dues,
okay,
So that's
yeah.
something to pay close attention to for our next.
For next
budget
year,
cycle.
but they're really, they have, because I think the
With the
last time,
refund.
remember, was like 14.
Yes, it was.
I think it's easier accounting if the refund is in together. Rather than paying 24.
And getting it back.
And
And
get-
this way is easier, but the last time I think our dues were like 14.
Yeah.
That's why this kind of stuck out, 16, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
we only have $659 in that line item.
Well,
Left.
it's all
Oh,
right.
that's all right.
But I'm
It's
saying,
okay.
but then it wasn't more.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that would have taken it right out.
Yeah.
At what point do they give us what it's gonna cost, what our membership will be? I can't,
Did
I
they
should
give you
know.
any advance notice of that?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like they let us know ahead of time.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
have to check with, not check now, but I mean going forward because it's
I'm
been
not
an
sure
increase.
when
I'm
it
sure the art
was,
costs
but-
go up.
Yeah,
But it was kind of an advance invoice that's not an invoice type of thing.
Okay.
well, they probably do it maybe at the end of this calendar year, because they know that everybody's working on their budgets. And we've gotta have enough money in the budget.
Well, that's the open question, is to find out if it'll be when they're expecting to let us know, so that we can make sure it's before we do our budget.
Which is
Yeah.
usually January,
Yeah,
December
but we
actually.
start working
December,
in, yeah,
Right.
December.
On the drop dead turn-in date
And
is
they
usually
know that
March.
Everybody's on a funny budget, kind of get your budgets working during December, January.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, okay,
Um,
that was my question.
yeah, I don't have any questions on budget. Anybody else have a budget question?
I'm good at using both sides
Good
of the
job.
paper.
Just like Jan. So I was wondering, did Darcy have numbers for the program?
Well, she probably does. Well, I asked Darcy and Sue for, a couple of sentences of highlights.
That's a wonderful idea.
Excellent.
So since numbers drive the ARIS report and money, I would just have her put the numbers.
Yep.
Cause that's what we like.
Yeah, and
Yes.
they have to keep track of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
So,
yeah. And, speaking of programs, Sue produces these bookmark things for the month that you've seen them before, and she sent
Pass them
some
around.
along.
Oh, how nice.
I think we have Mr. Thomas doing a presentation in another 2
I
weeks.
got a couple
Yes,
here.
yep, that's right.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Oh, yep, Teddy in the national park, perfect. We, love national parks, and we were out in Acadia, a couple of years ago, and they had, an archive for Teddy Roosevelt there, cause did he have a home there?
In Acadia?
Near Acadia?
No, but he visited there a lot.
Okay, so that's why we have such a good archive there.
Yeah.
we're digressing.
Sorry. Thanks for the flyer.
so that's, any other programming questions?
I think the program, you've had wonderful turnouts for the program. The numbers have moved up, up, up.
And I've taken a couple of ladies from Nichols Village to doctor's appointment, and I always ask them, how do you go to the pro? Oh yeah, we go to the programs, and I've never heard a bad word about any of the programs that they offer there.
That's good.
Excellent.
Good.
Thanks, Charlie.
The adult programs are fantastic.
Okay, and so as far as the staffing update, we did the informal reviews, and that went well. And then, I have formulated, a couple of positions, the assistant and, the page positions.
So are you gonna lose pages? Is Sarah graduating or?
Sarah is, yeah, I don't know that she's graduating, but,
Next year,
There's
this
a-
coming year,
there's a
she's
transition
going
there.
into her last year.
Oh, really?
and Spencer is definitely going off to college, so, so we'll be replacing that, and I'm hoping to kind of, upgrade those positions in stature. A little bit.
Giving them more responsibility or?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that they're seen as more, as contributing more to the,
Integral more rather than, dusting and cleaning.
right, although dusting and cleaning is very important.
Very important. Very important.
In
So there's
addition
that.
to,
And then, as far as the short range priorities that I identified last time, that are now, since the immediate priorities have been taken care of, or,
I had a question before we move.
oh, okay.
So do the staff have formal goals, or as you said, it was informal review, but do they have like formal goals? Because the formal review is December, so it's always hard to,
We'll let her answer.
Okay, so we, in the process of the informal reviews, we identified particular things. I didn't use the terminology of goals.
okay,
But, because I'm trying to segue into the review process as painlessly as possible, and the word goals is kind of,
so formal.
yeah. So we'll see how it goes, as people get comfortable with the process, I think we might be able to use that, but it is a 4-letter word.
Yeah. 5 if you put that floral on it.
Alright,
Use objectives.
It's even worse, right?
So we'll be replacing 2 pages, and that gives a total of 3 pages.
Well, right now, it's not replacing anybody, right?
right,
Yeah, so that's in the
Going
future.
forward.
But you've been working with the assistant position that's open and evaluating the page job description.
Yes, yes.
And the library assistant position would stay at, is it 18 hours, 18 and a half hours?
Yeah, that stays the same because that's as much as it can be, without becoming a different kind of position.
Right.
And so, so there's that. So, any more, questions with the?
I got the 4-letter word out.
Okay.
Con.
And did you say, I don't have them in front of me, I read them online, in your director's report that you'd be posting for that position in September?
Well, I think we'll post before that.
Oh.
I would like to have, people in place in September,
Excellent,
yeah.
excellent.
But I don't know what the market is for applicants, so I don't know if we'll be able to hire that quickly or not, but,
I think you might be surprised
Yeah.
because when we hired the last set of assistants, we got a good response quickly. We had quite a few to choose from.
here's something I'll put out to the trustees on this matter. I was thinking of initially, like for the first week, advertising only within the library building
I think you have to post it at town hall too.
and post it at town hall.
I mean, I think, just so you don't get in trouble. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, but as far as putting it up on the web in the various places it can appear, just to give local applicants,
That's ideal.
okay.
But in the, don't we put Groveland residents?
Yeah, they're one of the phrases is often, library staff, Groveland residents, have priority. But by just increasing your advertising in this, on the town website, in the town building, in the library,
Right.
traffic, it's like an internal posting before you go public.
Exactly.
So
That's great.
Exactly.
that's the,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. It's a
Okay.
beautiful thing.
Okay. So just some update, so the CPA grant, I've just started, in fact, Barbara ran into some of the initial, forays into this. I was locating, boxing, just to get a sense, survey the material, that sort of thing. And then a plan will be next, based on the kind of stuff that I've discovered with the survey. So,
What did you run into, Barbara?
so there were some old files
Oh.
that had been in the file cabinet that are now in a box,
Excellent.
and so that was,
That's all.
Barbara was looking for that, and she looked in the file cabinet, and it wasn't there, so. This kind of thing will probably be happening as I move
Oh,
forward through.
as you go along, you'll see.
No panic,
Yeah.
no panic.
Okay, and as far as the long-range plan, as I say here in the report, sort of doing a review survey of what the components are of that, and identifying a course of action with that. And I included here a paragraph that describes the steering committee for the potential new Friends type group. And so we're specifically a Friends type group because it's not the Friends. And it could be, as we've discussed before, the Langley Adams Library Foundation, or the supporters of the Langley Adams Library, that sort of thing. But that the first step is a steering committee that can be very small, and the MBLC has specified, who can serve, and it's expected that there would be trustees and the library director and staff involved in the steering committee. And so I think we're gonna be able to pull that together and move forward with that, because it's a very reasonable sort of first step.
Excellent.
So we can get moving on that.
Yay. I thought that was a very good plan, a very
Yeah.
strategic move on making that happen. Get rid of all the problem, you know, the inertia.
Right. Okay, so I think that's about it, unless anybody has any questions.
I love the name of the lady I met in the tea who was talking about starting the Friends and incorporating. Partly because she's going to something I want to hear all about, but I don't want to be embarrassed the next time I read her and go, "Ah." So if you can give me her name later,
Oh,
I'd
okay.
appreciate it, yeah. I know she told me that there was a lot going on and I didn't hear all the details.
Okay,
For library, the chairs for the computer, would you like me to ask EBSCO if they have any available that are good and they're moving on, or,
oh, sure.
okay? Is there anything else, since I'll be asking them, that
How many do you need?
that you might need, yeah, and how many do you need?
Yeah, 6, at least 6.
And if you think of anything else, let me know.
Okay, great.
All right. Anything under old business? I think we might have the fastest meeting on.
Yeah, right there.
I do have, I'm sorry, did somebody, I do have something, a couple of things. I, talked to Ed Watson about,
Oh, the picnic table.
the picnic table. He's gone to 2 separate people who make them, and he's following up on that. And also about replacing the bench outside, and he's, gonna get back to me on that. The person that he spoke to is on vacation this week, and he will get back to me next week on that.
Great.
That same area, is there been a response to our request about getting a new sign? No?
I sent it to the Board of Selectmen and their secretary sent a letter. And I haven't heard, I haven't been to a selectmen meeting.
Okay.
It was mentioned that during correspondence, that there was a letter concerning that.
Oh, good.
The Langley Adams Library sign is kind of falling apart.
So the one right up the door?
Yeah, no, the one
No,
on by the
outside.
street.
Okay.
So we had sent a letter, I sent a letter to the selectmen asking for if they could consider
Replace
a
it.
new sign. That would be in keeping with the other signs on this property,
Mhm.
so that we'd all be in uniform and look nice and,
Yeah,
yeah.
with some light on it.
That was brought up too in conversation about possibly putting lights from the library out to the sign.
Well, one of the challenges is, in the winter, is that we've had people not find us.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, they didn't realize that, because you can't see the sign
White
from
on white on white.
or the Langley Adams Library's
Oh, is it-
turn this way, it identifies town hall and fire, but, so the people have not come into the complex and there's nothing in the parking lot that says library building. So we've lost our speaker a couple of times, and interview candidates too.
Wow.
If it's so
Yeah.
pitch black out there and then the red lights catch your eye and
Yeah.
it's hard to focus
Yeah.
beyond that.
So, so that's good, and, I can't recall anything else on old business. New business. The only thing under new business, and I think you mentioned it in your director's report, or we had it somewhere, is the next, in the minutes, the next, report will be the financial aid report that MBLC wants, and that's due October. It's out now?
They sent the
My,
envelope of stuff.
yeah, so like I think that just came out like this week.
Yeah.
I think it's due the 7th of October.
It's October 7th is the last possible date. So that's good. We're on target. And so if there's anything you need, let us know.
Okay.
And I think that Beth and I will probably craft an email and send it to Liz Babbitt and Mary Rose, because we have an email from them saying that they will move us along as soon as they get it. And we just want to remind them that, you know, don't let don't put us at the
Yeah.
bottom of the pile, if you will,
Yeah,
and we'll do that. But we won't send it obviously until you're getting closer to actually sending the report in.
Okay.
New business or old business or whatever, the search committee has to meet one more time to close and dismantle, so before you leave, Ann, let's check our calendars and Lee. So that's mostly on me, cause I have to publish the minutes. But it's a nice feeling to be done.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah. Any correspondence, Laurel?
None that we've received, let me just see. On the website, just basically information that we've put out about, welcoming Jan, since our last
Yeah.
evening.
The sign.
And the
Yeah.
sign thing, that's it, the things we've sent, nothing that I have received.
So I sent everybody the press release, cause I thought it ended up being
Mhm.
great.
It was
Yeah, it was
wonderful.
very good.
Yeah,
It's very
so-
good.
Thanks for the teamwork there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
and,
so hooked.
it's, that's the way things are, it's harder to start something,
Mhm.
and, then you have an edit, and then you have a polish, and that's teamwork. Next meeting, is September 14th, Monday, and,
No, it's not a
No.
Monday.
Monday.
no,
Monday?
sorry,
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Okay.
and
At the library.
how do I know it's at the library, cause I screwed up, apologies, how do I know it's at the library? Can you check the library calendar?
Oh.
See if
what
there's
you're
room
saying,
for
like,
it.
I don't know.
Cause I thought it was at the library today, but I think they're all on the calendar, but,
Well, what, it could have
It
been,
was.
it was supposed to be on at the library today,
It was
wasn't it?
posted at the library.
I did post it. I posted it in error, however, because there was
Okay.
a program at the library,
Oh,
and so I
originally.
shouldn't have said it was was always
Okay,
supposed to be
so
here.
calendar.
And then it got confusing because the program that was supposed to happen didn't happen, so
Oh.
then it could be there,
Yeah.
but then.
Then
it
it's
didn't.
hot, and we're not going.
Right, okay. Calendar,
What's
that's
that
a
one?
calendar.
No, you mentioned the long-range plan and the survey. Did I, is there something I missed about the starting with, is that what it's gonna start with, is the survey?
The survey is something that happens early on.
Right.
Yeah,
Going
She
before
was
a
gonna wrap
committee.
she was gonna wrap her arms around it now.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
getting going,
great.
yeah, so.
Great.
Library.
It's listed, yeah.
Thank you. So it will be at the library next, unless
Yep, and you have
unless they have a
Octobers.
great.
Right.
You have October's at the library?
Yeah, so I did say that, we had the discussion that if they had a great program that
We can,
that
Let
we
us
can
know.
Of
move,
course.
so let us
Of
know, don't not schedule.
Right.
So you can just remind them, don't not schedule. Because I'd much rather have a program that people are loving than,
Why don't you put it in the main room? You don't like
man?
being on TV?
This is where we're at.
too
This is
big,
where
I
we
like
are,
the
Charlie.
circle room, it's much
But you
better,
know,
much better.
And you know what, you can't really see
yeah,
each other.
no,
Okay.
Anything else?
and he's
This is
Member
the
of the board.
fastest meeting, I can have a
excellent.
motion to adjourn,
Some,
amen, and second,
Wait, so you, Chris,
and Charlie second,
Charlie,
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
seven
Thank you.
forty-two.
My goodness.